Hello, everyone. It's Queen of Light 1111. Hope you guys are doing okay. Here with your full moon reading. Today is January 10th. I have literally just finished pulling all of these cards. We have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 13, 14, 15 decks today. 15 decks. One oracle and 14 tarot decks, okay? Actually, I take that back. 2 oracles and 13 tarot decks. So what I did was I looked at the themes like I usually do. I looked at the overall energy. I just pulled some extra cards from my fortune telling deck on just some more information on the theme. I've got the head, heart, and environment for the masculine and the feminine, and I have some after moon energy too. So like what's going to happen after the moon. So I have that energy for all of you as well. The other thing that I did was obviously our current connective energy. And because today, because we know that there is a third party or karmic situation occurring in this reading, we did get a queen that I did not identify as a feminine, so I had to pull out another deck to do that. And that queen is our divine feminine. I will tell you now so you can sit and watch in peace that the karmic did not show up at all in the connection. This is very interesting, especially if you watched my YouTube video yesterday that I intended for Instagram. I can't tell you, I've never been as long-winded as that, and for an Instagram reading, and it ran 20 minutes, so I couldn't even post it on Instagram. So I had to post it on YouTube. So for those of you who aren't following me on Instagram, I'm Queen of Light 1111. That's my handle. Follow me there. But I posted a reading yesterday that talked about this implosion in the karmic situation. And there was just something that was going down. And I thought it's very interesting that today, as I am doing this full moon reading, that the karmic is not even showing up. But whatever, that's neither here nor there, because the karmic was there. The feminine knows about the karmic, and the feminine is about fed up with that whole karmic situation because it is a repeated behavior from the past. But like I tell all of you all the time, okay? So I get it. I get it. I understand how painful it is to have someone come in and what feels like a disruption and a tower in the connection. Just how powerful and necessary sometimes these other connections are, because what happens is, listen, I'm not talking about a traditional 3D connection, okay? If you get cheated on all this, I'm not saying that that is okay even in a twin flame connection. But remember, the twin flame journey is about your ascension. The twin flame journey is it's a journey of life, a journey of understanding. And so when these other people come in, it's teaching. For example, when they come in and they're part of this journey and the masculine chooses another partner, that is a lesson for the feminine to say, hey, buddy, you didn't choose me. I choose myself. So bye, have fun, have at it. Learn your lesson from that situation. Because I've learned my lesson that I have self-worth, I have self-love, and you know what? I'm going to choose me all day, every day. This is the lesson. So not only were you taught a lesson through this karmic situation to choose yourself, to rise above, to be the empress, which you are, to be the high priestess, which you are. The feminine is not broken. I get it. It's painful. It was hurtful. There was a lot of, energy of obsession and pain when we did this last, but boom, that tower came up for her really quickly. Right? It brought her down, but she rose quickly again. She rose as the Empress. She rose as the High Priestess. She rose as the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands today. This feminine, man, I have to tell you, badass. If this happened to her a year ago, I would continue to have pain and suffering and despair and defeat, all of those energies. So today, she's still dealing with the aftermath. She's still dealing with deceit, but she's shown up as the Empress, the High Priestess, the Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. She is. She is awesome. She is strong. She has rebuilt herself to rise as the feminine that she is. This tower happened not more than 2, 3, 4 weeks ago. Okay, I would say 4 weeks is a stretch. I would say it's super recent. I would say it's super recent, 2 weeks ago maybe. And look at where she is today. Self-focused, journey focused, focused on her spirituality, focused on her ascension. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's just telling me that when the tower comes up that quickly means that you've really been doing your work. You've been doing your work. You understand the journey. You are not tied to union. You are not living and existing for your masculine. This is this feminine. Now for our masculine, this was an important lesson. It is an important lesson for him. Our feminine is everywhere in his energy, in his overall energy, in his headspace, in his heart space, in his environment. She's everywhere. She is everywhere. And this has been a very big lesson for him. And this has been a very big tower for him, because why? It has turned him into a mature man. It's turned him into a mature man. It has. It really has. And it is going to continue to. Okay? So, I want to start off with saying that this situation has helped. It has helped turn him into not only a mature man, but a masculine that is in his heart space, King of Cups. So when I went in to see who this extra queen was, which was the Queen of Pentacles, it is our divine feminine, because it clarified by the Queen of Wands. When I went in to go and see who the Queen of Pentacles is in his overall energy, it showed me it's the Queen of Swords, which is our divine feminine in her overall energy. And so what this is telling me is that this whole lesson, karmic feminine, everybody included, has helped him come into his emotional maturity. Okay, listen, this masculine has always been a man of his stability. He's had money. He's been a man of his passion, the King of Wands, and his ego, right? And his knowing what he wants. You know, he's been in the King of Swords, where he's also been logical, but not necessarily, maybe not necessarily truthful, and a man of his integrity. But I will tell you today that he shows up as the King of Swords today, because that is what the karmic taught him. And the karmic taught him that, and now he is in his heart space for his feminine, if that makes sense. Because I'll tell you, that King of Cups and King of Swords energy is heavy. It is showing up in the after moon, after tarot deck for the after moon energies. So let's go ahead, and I just want to give you a couple of reminders. If you want to book your own personal reading with me, go directly to Queen of Light. If you want to book your own personal reading with me, go directly to Queen of Light 1111.com. That is my website, and you can please read each and every service before you book it, okay? Because I get a lot of like, oh, I really wanted this, but I booked that, blah, blah, blah. So please, just read through the website first. I don't have pages and pages of offerings like some readers do. I try to keep it really simple for exactly this purpose, so that you can know exactly what you want and book it. And I have a description for each and every service and reading that I offer. So if you want to book your own personal reading or your own coaching session, then go to queenoflight1111.com. If you want to book the healing session to honestly get in the energy of this feminine, okay? Healed, empowered, wise, understands her spiritual truth. The healing sessions are by pre-approval basis only. And so that is the only session that I ask that you do not book until you send me a picture. And again, this is not a free energy read when you send me a picture. When you send me a picture, what I do is I look at that, I get a sense of whether or not I am going to be able to work with you or not. If there's a karmic lesson there, if there is a energy there of something that I should not be getting involved with, then I will respectfully decline. And when I say no, it's not a no forever. It is a no for that time. A lot of people I've had to turn away, unfortunately, because I am not God. I'm not anybody that should be getting in the way of anyone's karmic lesson. These towers are important, and we should not get in the way of those towers. So if I say no, please respect that I'm doing it for your benefit. I mean, like, look, a lot of people go ahead and say they'll do the healing and take the money, but I don't know that they're doing you a service. There are experiences in life that we all must go through, and I don't want to get in the way of that experience. So, when you are interested in booking, do not come to me with a picture unless you go to my website and read the service description, read about that service, and then send me the picture, okay? I will tell you, I was inundated with pictures and pictures and pictures. I probably got over, I don't know, triple digit pictures after the last reading, but people were just getting free energy readings. And what I really do not want to do, guys, is charge to read the energy or look at the energies in all these pictures, okay? Because I'm doing it as a service for all of you, and if I have to go through 100 of these and then people just get a free read and don't book, that's bad. I don't like that kind of energy. So if you want to book your healing session, be serious about doing it. Go to the website, read the description, and if you're serious, then come to me. I will check the pictures. They must be unfiltered. I will look at what is happening in your connection with your person and with you, and I will either approve or respectfully decline, okay? So again, if you want to book your own personal reading, no need to send a picture. Just book the reading, book the coaching session. The picture is required only for the healing session only, okay? All right, I had to say that, so I'm sorry that I took extra time, but I will tell you, if you all listen, it saves me a lot of time later after this reading is published, so I don't have to, like, weed through a bunch of stuff. So, all right, my lovely people, I'm so proud of this collective. I know it's been hard. And I got to tell you, there was a part of me, I was telling one of my girlfriends, I was like, I'm really kind of dreading doing this because I don't know what kind of energy we're going to pull. Yesterday's reading was like a shit show. So I'm really glad that I grounded myself and I prepared myself, and was open to all of the messages. And here we are with a really, really beautiful reading for the full moon. So happy full moon. Don't forget to put your crystals out to charge them. Don't forget to set your intention to what the things are that you want to release in your life, okay? And when you release all of these old energies, old toxic behaviors, etc., you create space and room for new and beautiful things in your life. Okay, so I know I got a long way to go here with this reading, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. I had to quench my thirst because I've said a lot. All right, let's get started. Okay, we've got a lot going on. We're going to start with our lovely masculine. Love the guy. We do. Remember, this is a journey of unconditional love, and our feminine knows that, okay? No matter what we're going through, everything that we are going through is for the best of ourselves and for our connection and for the planet, okay? So let's go ahead and get started with the overall energy and the theme for our divine masculine, okay? All right, so any and all of the decks that I'm using today are all in the description box below in this reading, and you can click on my Amazon storefront and all of the decks are listed, so feel free to purchase there if you're interested in any of these decks. Also, the link to my website to purchase, to book a session or a reading or a coaching session is there too. So go to the description box, and that's where you can book your reading. And also, before I forget, thank you so much for all of the donations that I've been getting. You guys have just been amazing. I know you're all going through a difficult time, and to exchange your energy in that format to support my channel and my work is so extremely, I'm just so extremely grateful and so appreciative. So thank you. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Look at this, masculine's theme. Look at someone's waiting, Wheel of Fortune. So this energy, look at this. This is the feminine sitting, waiting. Here's the phone, here's a bouquet. There's a message here from with this bird. The clock is ticking. The dog is falling asleep waiting. Okay, she's like looking off in the horizon. He knows that there is communication that needs to occur. He knows that This is not an energy of ghosting. It really isn't. There is an energy of pause. It's an energy of wait. It's not an energy of like, I'm totally ghosting you, I'm not going to talk to you anymore, blah, blah, blah. That is not this high vibrational connection. It's not. This is an energy of, I know my feminine is waiting. I know my feminine is waiting. I know I need to speak to my feminine, whether that's an apology or whatever it is, but it has to do with his destiny. He knows that he must communicate with her in order to move things forward. He knows that. In order to move into his own personal destiny, in order to move this cycle forward, he knows that he must communicate to her. He knows he must communicate with her, and he knows that she will not pick up the phone. She's not picking up the phone. He knows that he is going to need to approach her. Okay. What is the overall energy for what is the overall theme for our feminine? Look at this. This is about knowledge. This is about study. This is about, gathering all the facts. This is like this energy of understanding. This is what I'm telling you. Look at the glasses, the books, the encyclopedia, the thesaurus, all these scrolls with knowledge. Look at all these. It's just like, this is a learned person. This is an educated person. But here's the other thing that happens when you get so educated and you get too much data and too much information. You get a little cluster in your brain, right? You got too much data, too much information, too much data, too much information. You learn too much, know too much. I always talk about knowledge is power. But a lot of that knowledge is power when you seek it and you get it and you come into understanding and you process it within. But when you're getting information from too many sources, too many readers, too many websites, whatever, you can get inundated. And that makes you defensive. And that might make you, kind of a little stubborn and standing your ground, because not everybody still has the same data. So remember, after the Seven of Wands is the Eight of Wands, which is about movement forward. It's stopping you sometimes from moving forward. So listen, being learned, being knowledgeable is all good. But like with anything and everything else in life, it's all about, understanding and moderation. Like, make sure that you don't, like, you're not drinking from a fire hose. Don't drink from a fire hose. It's going to keep you stuck. So I do want to say that I love the energy for the feminine. She is understanding. She is wise. She is powerful. But this is why I always tell you guys is be careful about where you get your information about this journey, okay? Be careful where you get the data about this journey. Be careful, because you don't know what other people are tapping into. You don't know if people are tapping into their own personal experience. We don't know, right? And so you should really stick to, I would say, like, I wouldn't go randomly watch 10 videos or go to 10 different readers, right? Everybody's tapping into something different. Pick a few, pick a couple, or don't pick any at all and just use yourself, right? Because all of the knowledge is within you, and the things to look out for when you're looking for someone who resonates is look at how long they've been doing this, and then also, have they changed their platform, right? I've seen a lot of people go from doing readings about twin flames to doing readings about other things to doing readings about other things, and then all of a sudden not doing readings to then doing healings, then not doing healings, and now doing something else. So it's like, you have to look. Like, if you find a steady flow, a steady person who stays consistent, and that you're really resonating with the messages, then stay there, okay? Or don't, or go within. But if you see people that are bouncing all over the place, do you really want to be connected to an energy of someone who bounces all over the place? Remember, slow and steady wins the race, right? Slow and steady wins the race. When people start shifting platforms and doing different things, you have to think, did something go down in their connection that all of a sudden they have shifted the platform for themselves? I'll tell you, I have been in separation, and then I've been in union, and then I've been in separation again. But that doesn't deter me or change my platform here. I'm on this journey because I understand this is a journey of my life. This is a journey of my life. This is not a moment in time. So I don't mean any disrespect to anybody, but it's my platform here on Queen of Light 1111 on my channel. For those that trust me, that watch me, to my newer viewers, to my new subscribers, I have a responsibility to help guide as well. And I'm not saying by any means, choose me, choose me. No, I don't need anybody to choose me because I choose me. I don't need my masculine to choose me. I choose me. If you resonate with me, you will be here. And I've had people that have been with me from the beginning, and I still have those same clients that I've had from the beginning. So, because they see consistency. And so that's what I'm saying. Be smart, because I know that feminines, when you're in a situation where you're maybe some, like desperate for answers or for clarity, then, you're going to want to go to the first person that's available, or, you're going to try to check out as many people and sites as possible. I get it. But you know what? You're smarter than that now. And most of the answers are actually within you. So the masculine is in this energy of understanding that he needs to communicate to his feminine in order to continue to move this wheel towards his destiny. The feminine is in an energy of a lot of data, a lot of information, understanding a lot of it, but maybe some of it is just kind of disrupting her mental peace. And so she's becoming a little guarded. Okay. Now, the energy for the connection, I love it. Look at this, badass, right? Look, direction, purpose. She knows where she's going, but this is not the feminine. And I think it's interesting. We have a man and a woman here, right? And she's like, hey, Buster. That's how she's pointing it. Hey, Buster, I know where I'm going, right? And so, but that's not it, right? So really, honestly, in all seriousness, this is an energy of this connection now has purpose, definition. We know what we're going, and we are moving passionately towards that. It's like this energy of like, we went through a bunch of shit, we went through a bunch of stuff in this connection, and now we know what our direction is. That tower came in, and it served us very well, and now we can passionately move forward. So there's definitely an energy of where the universe is working with the masculine and the feminine to show them continued direction and purpose in their connection. Okay. So I did ask for some extra messages from my fortune telling deck. And so specifically for the masculine, we have pathway and mature man. Look at this. Look at this. This energy, what is happening right now, has created a pathway for him to become a mature man. Did I not say that at the beginning? I said that, right? All of this has turned him into the King of Swords and the King of Cups. And he's very much in king energy. He is very much in king energy. He is manifesting into divine masculine and into the emperor's energy. And this is like the light at the end of the tunnel. Look at all these butterflies. I don't know if you can see it. Look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 butterflies. Interesting that there's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is the number of change. And look at this. This is a 5. Oh my God, I just saw that. 5 butterflies, number 5 card. Change and transformation into what? This mature man. Oh my God, I just literally got that. Amazing. This is the message. Okay, 35 is the number 8. It's about cycles. It's about cycles. And so when he's gone through a cycle of transformation, light at the end of the tunnel to become this mature man. Oh my God, that was beautiful. What about for our feminine? Messages for her. Look at this. Great fortune, expectation. These are 2 women in this energy here. This is her. This is our divine feminine. This is Goddess Fortuna, the goddess of fortune and abundance. And she knows. She's like, you know what? It is my expectation that I will be victorious. It is my expectation that I will have great fortune, right? And I don't mean it just materially, but spiritually, emotionally, physically. It's her expectation. Why is it her expectation? Because she knows she's worth it. That's why. 28, number 10, cycle completion. Another number 8, cycle. So her cycle was about her understanding that she's already blessed. And now she's like, I expect it. And his cycle was he found the light at the end of the tunnel. That pathway was for his transformation into this mature man. So what about the connection? Look at this. Community and house. This is like a mom, a dad, a child in a house. This is the direction. This is the purpose. This is that passionate movement towards creating this union, this family in this house, in a place of stability, in a place of vibrational matches. That is what we're working towards right now. This is a number 20, which is a number 2, which is about partnerships. And 39 is 12, which is a 3, which is about co-creation. Okay? So as you know, the next thing I ask is, what is happening? What's the masculine? I don't mean to say this guy. What is his overall energy towards in life, like right now? What's his overall energy right now? Well, his overall energy, just what's happening in his day-to-day. Emperor, he's starting to come in to his power. Emperor card. He's starting to feel like he's getting into his power. Ace of Swords, there has been a breakthrough within him. Some clarity through this emotional entrapment. Eight of Swords, mental entrapment. So he's starting to have a breakthrough from being stuck, from being trapped. Hierophant. This is about spiritual truth, spiritual understanding. This is about spiritual contracts with who? The Queen of Pentacles. And I was like, oh God. So I said, all right, who's the Queen of Pentacles? But I'll tell you after, so I'm not going to spoil it. So now what happens in the overall energy with the feminine? So our masculine is in the Emperor's energy. He's had a breakthrough. He's got clarity through his mental entrapment. He's, understanding the spiritual contract. He wants to do the right thing by this queen. I don't know who the queen is yet. Now, what's the overall energy for our feminine, the world? She's going through a successful completion. Look at this moon behind her. This is that full moon. She's releasing things that do not serve her. She is in this energy of understanding, of trust, of spiritual success. She is completing a cycle. What is she completing? Seven of Cups, this illusion, this confusion. She's done with that shit. The wheel. She's moving towards her destiny. He got the wheel here. And what is that? Towards a spiritual contract. To her understanding of the spiritual contract. And that is the hard work, Three of Pentacles, that she's doing at this time. So I want to tell you first, bottom of the deck for this tarot card where we got the wheel and the Seven of Wands and the Knight of Wands is the Queen of Swords. Okay, so the Queen of Swords is our divine feminine. Our Queen of Swords this is all about the divine feminine. This is a lesson that he learned because of the divine feminine now to get stronger, to become this mature man. This Queen of Swords is now in her power, in her wisdom. Remember, she got all of these knowledge cards here, right? Like this understanding, this knowledge, but it's made her a little guarded. But the Queen of Wands, like she's a learned woman. She is a wise woman. She has the book of knowledge. She has the sword of truth, the sword of understanding, and she'll use it in a good way and a harsh way. And so the Queen of Swords here is wise, and she's taught lessons, she's taught herself, and she's cut stuff out that doesn't serve her. So that's the bottom of the deck for the theme of the reading is the Queen of Swords. So now bottom of the deck for our divine masculine is for his overall energy where he's the Emperor, he's had the breakthrough, he's no longer mentally trapped, he's had the spiritual seeking, spiritual truths, understanding of this contract with the Queen of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck for that is the Page of Swords. This is about, observation, blunt communication, or even delayed communication, right? Where do we get delayed communication? This guy knows that he needs to communicate to his feminine. He knows that, okay? So bottom of the deck for our feminine, where her energy is the successful completion of this confusion, moving towards her destiny, understanding her spiritual truth, the spiritual contract, and she's working really hard right now. What's the bottom of the deck? Queen of Swords. So we know that this Queen of Swords is divine feminine because Queen of Swords shows up in her overall energy as the bottom of the deck. Queen of Swords. She's in the light. She's in the light. This is the Queen of Swords here. So we know our feminine so far is the Queen of Swords. So I said, all right, buddy, who's this Queen of Pentacles? Justice. This is karmic justice. This is doing right by people. This is also getting your tail handed to you. What about that? Two of Swords, stalemate. There hasn't been justice given yet. What about it? Still in an energy of defeat. I said, okay, what about that? Two of Pentacles, juggling, imbalance with who? Queen of Swords. So just so you guys know, when I do clarifiers, I always ask Spirit, in 3 to 5 cards, clarify the storyline of this Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. So in this energy, what's happening here is this waiting. He knows he owes, well, nobody owes anybody anything, but he knows because he's a mature man that he must do right by his feminine. That's the justice. He is looking within himself. They are at a stalemate right now because there is a defeated energy and an imbalance with the Queen of Swords. So this Queen of Pentacles is the Queen of Swords. Our divine feminine, which is her bottom of the deck, is the Queen of Swords. I hope that makes sense. So that Queen of Swords energy, which is the bottom of the deck, not only for the overall theme, but also for our divine feminine, is the Queen of Pentacles in our divine masculine's energy. Okay? So I hope that makes sense, and I hope you appreciated that I did that because I understand. I understand. Alrighty. So not only do I understand, but, you know, like I tell you, I get it, man. I could feel it from you guys. So that's the energy. So now the other thing I want to do is tell you in advance that the Queen of Pentacles came out again in his headspace. And so thank Spirit so much that in the first card, the Queen of Wands came out. And sure enough, she is the Queen of Wands. So all the Queen of Pentacles, all the queens, everybody in here is our divine feminine. Okay? So bottom of the deck for these clarifiers is the King of Cups. And through our feminine's fire, through her wisdom, through her Empress divine feminine energy, he is turning into this emotionally mature man. That is the bottom of the deck for the clarifiers. Okay? Bottom of the deck for these extra messages that I got for the fortune telling tarot is unexpected income. So this is a love reading. So it's almost, what I'm getting from this is like all of a sudden there's going to be unexpected abundance in this connection. Like you're not going to see it coming. You're not going to see it coming. It's going to be unexpected. It's unexpected in the sense that you're going to get that call, you're going to get that apology, you're going to gain that clarity, and it's going to be like, whoa, whoa. It's going to catch you off guard. That's what's going to happen. All right. Bottom of the deck, Psychic Tarot and Energy Oracle for our masculine and our feminine. What is the theme of the reading today for them and how they're relating to each other? Financial and material changes and Archangel Ariel. Financial and material changes is a lot like the Five of Pentacles energy, okay? So financial and material changes is that there's something real and different and change occurring in the material world, okay? So it's an energy of separation, okay? Let's just say that. Five of Pentacles is an energy of separation. They are in separation. There is concern around this lack. There is you know, change that is feeling maybe like a punishment or feeling like it's uncomfortable and they're not liking it. Okay, so this material change in their connection has occurred at this time, and it comes with Archangel Ariel. Archangel Ariel is all about intimacy. Okay, he's all about creativity. This is all about, you know, like that bright orange energy. So this is very much like the sacral chakra. So this is about, you know, they want to feel close to each other. They want to feel close, and they want to be emotionally intimate, right? Maybe even verbally intimate, whatever it is. Okay, but they are in this period of separation at this time. So that is what is occurring in this connection right now. And it's difficult because they're both feeling the separation, but I feel like the feminine for sure has an understanding about why it is critical for them to be in separation at this time. Bottom of the deck, head, heart, and environment for our divine masculine is the Eight of Swords and the Four of Wands. So there's this union energy, this energy of stability, and the Eight of Swords with it tells me that he knows that the union is stuck. Well, duh, we just got that here with this energy of the feminine is, he knows that he's needing to give her an apology to move this connection forward. He understands that. And so right now, that is why the union is stuck at this time. Okay, well, the union is also stuck because he's not fully in his maturity, and frankly, our feminine is still healing some wounds in her environment as well. Okay, not significant, but painful nonetheless. What is the bottom of the deck? Head, heart, and environment for our divine feminine. Look at this, Strength and Ace of Cups. This is very much her in her inner power, in her strength. She is strong. I'm telling you, like, I love divine feminine. I love divine masculine too. I really do. But, you know, I'm a little protective of our feminines too, but I have unconditional love for all. But I'm so proud. Feminines, look at this. Strength, Ace of Cups. loving herself, nurturing herself. She understands this is the biggest love of her life, but you know what? She's standing in her power. She's fierce. She's not messing around. She's not. She has inner power, inner strength. Inner strength. Okay? With this love that she's trying to give herself as well. Bottom of the deck for the after moon energies is the Hierophant. I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like, I don't want to say it, but the energy right now is showing that after the moon, something's getting released and something is going to shift in this connection again. I'm telling you, if you're feminine and if you've left his butt alone, good, because he needed it. He needed to rebirth himself into the mature man. He really, really did. So I'm so proud of you, feminines. If you did that, good for you. Do not chase. You are a mature feminine now. You are a highly evolved, understanding feminine. You're no longer in this runner chaser energy. You know this. You know it serves nobody. And so if you're not doing that, and you've released him and the energy, then I'm telling you, something's going to shift, because he feels the detachment, and that's good because it made him really do his work. I'm telling you, I don't feel like I've gotten 8 of Pentacles for this masculine so much in a long time. So this was just another energy of him needing to do his work. All right, let's go ahead and get started further into the reading, into the details. All right, when he's thinking about his divine feminine, what's he thinking? 7 of Pentacles, patience and planning, thinking woman, Queen of Swords. She's our Queen of Swords, right? Obviously, she's the Queen of Swords in the overall energy here for the connection. She is also the Queen of Swords in her overall energy, just in general. And here we are, here, Queen of Swords. And by the way, she's the Queen of Swords as the Queen of Pentacles, and how he is viewing her. He's like, oh, she can be nurturing and understanding and compassionate, but damn, she can kick my butt too. Okay, that's what he's feeling. That's what that 2 of Pentacles is about here. And when I clarified that Queen of Pentacles is like, I know there's this karmic justice. We're at a stalemate. I feel defeated, but boy, she comes into Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords quicker than I can turn my head. But yeah, he's looking at himself about why she does that. So what is he doing? And when he thinks about her, he's trying to be patient. He knows the time is not right to reach out to her right now. At least that is what he is thinking. Because here he's feeling like there's an ultimatum. He's feeling like there's a deadline. He's feeling like some time has passed and, you know, he might miss his opportunity. And so he's just trying to stay patient. He's trying to be strategic. He's trying to plan how to approach his Queen of Swords, because he knows energetically that is the energy she's in right now. She's not warm and fuzzy. Yeah, she's Empress. She's badass. But she's not going to cut him. But she's not going to take any BS either. She's not. And he knows it. So that's why he's patiently planning how to approach 47, number 11, how to approach his divine feminine. So let's further get into the headspace of the divine masculine. So when he is thinking about his feminine, what is he thinking when he's thinking about this patience and this planning and how to approach his feminine in the Queen of Swords energy? What is he thinking? Wheel. We already got the wheel in this waiting game. He knows that he wants to move towards his destiny. He knows it. What about it? 8 of Cups. He wants to walk towards it. I said, what is he walking towards? Queen of Pentacles. I said, all right, who's the Queen of Pentacles? Queen of Wands. She's the Queen of Wands, divine feminine. So he knows, he is planning how to move towards his Queen of Swords, to move this destiny, this wheel of fortune forward, because he wants to move towards her. Queen of Pentacles. He's seeing her as a lot of different energies right now. He's seeing her in her nurturing self, in her femininity. He's seeing her as wise and strong, and he is seeing her as fiery. Okay, what he's not seeing her in is the Queen of Cups energy, which is like in her emotional self. And that's why he is in patience and planning. So when he's being patient, when he's planning, when he's thinking about his Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, right? He wants to walk towards her. He wants to move towards her, but he's feeling a little stuck. 8 of Swords. We already got the 8 of Swords in his energy here, right? 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords. And it's followed by the Ace of Swords. And lo and behold, what clarifies the 8 of Swords here? Ace of Swords. He's having a breakthrough. He's having some mental clarity around what his truth is. And what is his truth? Four of Cups is that his heart was closed. There's a third party situation, Three of Cups, and now he is in hermit mode, right? He's in hermit mode, looking at himself. And Ten of Swords, he's feeling the pain of this ending and this end of this communication and observation. And he is wanting to end this energy of the Hanged Man. That's what he wants. He wants to end the suspension. It's painful for him now because he's awakened. He's turning into this mature man. So look at this overall energy. So let me show you just the dupes here, right? So we've got obviously mature man. He shows up as the Emperor, as the first card out. We have the Queen of Swords, who is the Queen of Pentacles. Where's the Queen of Pentacles? Right here in his headspace. We have the Eight of Swords and the Ace of Swords, both here in his headspace. So all he's doing is thinking about his divine feminine in his day-to-day right now. He's thinking about, how do I move towards my destiny, which is her? How do I go towards my happiness, which is her? How am I going to break through this mental entrapment to come forward and break through this connection? I have an understanding, because I'm in the Hermit's energy, about why this went sideways, why this has ended, and I want to now end the suspension of this connection. I want to end the delay in communication. That's what he wants to do. I feel like he's awake. I mean, yeah, listen, I've always said he's awake. He's awake, right? Maybe he wasn't awake the whole time I've been doing this, but he is sure as hell is awake now. So I said, all right, so then what happens to Mr. Divine Masculine in his headspace after the moon? So he wants to end this delay of communication. He wants to end the suspension. He's looked at himself. He knows his feminine is his destiny. What does he want to do? Queen of Wands. This is our divine feminine. I was like, okay, what about the Queen of Wands? Five of Swords. He wants to be victorious. He wants to be victorious. It's victorious over what? Separation. He wants to end separation. He wants to end the separation with his Queen of Wands. Damn. So now, what is she thinking when she's thinking about her divine masculine? Well, here we go. Devil, Temptation card, and the contract. She's not too thrilled with him right now. She's seeing this contract, this connection, this spiritual contract in the shadow right now. This is what she's going to release in the moon, okay? She's going to release this energy. She's just like, yeah, I'm not really feeling the high vibe of this right now. She's not, right? She's not. And that's because she's in her head. She's in her head. She's stressed out. And she was confused. And these are the energies that she wants to release. That's the energy she wants to successfully complete. So right now when she thinks about him, she's just like, ugh, feels heavy. It feels heavy. I feel like this is pulling me down. And so what does she further think when she thinks about him? Okay, and this contract, now that we know that the heaviness of this connection, of this spiritual connection that she's seeing in its shadow at this time, what is she thinking? All right, first card out, Empress. This is our divine feminine, obviously. Empress. So what about the Empress? What about her? Nine of Swords. She's stressed out. She's stressed. She's in her head. She's thinking about this contract. Maybe she's obsessively thinking about it, especially because she's in the Queen of Swords energy, and especially because she's in this energy of too much data, too much data, too much data. She's probably like, oh my God, I got too much data. Maybe too many downloads. Maybe too much information. Maybe too many readings. Maybe too many opinions. Maybe too much Google searching. I don't know. But that is where she's stuck today. That's that devil's energy, is this obsessive thoughts. It's this stress. It's this anxiety. So what about the stress? Strength. Remember, strength is the bottom of the deck for her. That is what she's really trying to get a handle on, is her head. Remember, Queen of Swords is mental energy, mental space, thoughts. And so she's in the Queen of Swords energy, obviously in the overall energy for this connection for all of them, but specifically for herself as well. And so I'm not surprised at all that she's in this devil's energy with the contract, and the Nine of Swords is really affecting her in her power as the Empress. But we've got the Strength card there. So she's really trying to tame the beast. The beast is her mind. Okay, she's really trying to tame the beast of her mind to get herself out of anxiety. She wants to move forward. Knight of Wands, right? We've got Knight of Wands here in the connection. She wants to move forward passionately to this connection. She does. But there's this energy of victory, Six of Wands. So what about the Six of Wands? Six of Wands again. I said, all right, what is this major victory? Seven of Pentacles. She knows the victory is in the pause. She knows it. Where do we get Seven of Pentacles, guys? In his headspace. First card out, Seven of Pentacles. Patience and planning with the Queen of Swords. She knows there is victory in divine timing. That's why I say don't chase him. Don't call. Like, listen, I can't tell you guys what to do, but there's victory in divine timing. Victory in divine timing. Last card, 8 of Wands. Here's that communication card. But hey, hold on. I just said victory in divine timing. What's that 8 of Wands about? High Priestess. This is intuition. This is not speaking. The High Priestess knows everything, but doesn't say a word. What about the High Priestess? This is about 8 of Wands. High Priestess to me is it's telepathic communication, telepathic energy, telepathic healing. She's not calling him. She's not chasing him. She's not doing any of these things. She's just staying in her intuition, in her divine feminine power, Empress and High Priestess. And any movement forward, she knows will happen in divine timing because that is what her intuition is telling her. So what happens after the moon? What happens after the moon? King of Cups. Where do we get the King of Cups? Remember, was the bottom of the deck for all of the queens that I had to clarify. This is him in his emotional maturity. So what happens with the King of Cups? 6 of Pentacles. There's going to be an exchange because remember, he got the 5 of Pentacles coming out of separation. And here is the exchange. So it could be telepathic exchange, but I don't know. I feel like because it's an Earth card, 6 of Pentacles, it might be in the earthly plane, in the 3D. So now, in the heart space for the masculine, what do we have? Mental conflict, 2 of Swords energy, and Angel of Strength. Strength's coming up a lot. It's come up for her in her headspace, come up for her in the bottom of her deck, and here it is now in his heart. This is where he needs to gain his strength. I feel like this guy can logically get his mind straight, but in his heart space was the challenge. That is why he's come up. This is why this King of Cups is important for him, okay? So in the heart space, he's really conflicted. He doesn't know which way to go. This is also a period of standstill. 2 of Swords. Remember here, guys, 2 of Swords came up right here. I know I need to make the apology, but we're at a standstill. Here's that defeat, 5 of Swords energy that he will be victorious over after the moon towards his Queen of Swords. Okay, 2 of Swords. So all of this, everything and anything in this reading is all about his feminine. He's very focused on his feminine right now. Very focused on his feminine. So there's conflict about how to get his inner strength. He's really trying hard to get into his heart space, out of this mental conflict, to gain the inner strength when it comes to feeling for his feminine. So what is he further feeling when he's feeling for his feminine? What's he feeling? Well, first card out is 2 of Swords again. So he's got 2 of Swords here. He's got 2 of Swords in his heart space. And now we have it when we drill down deeper. So he's going within. He's really going within to find his inner strength. What? For what? Rebirth. This is rebirth. This is the Judgment card. He is going within to transform, to rebirth, to evaluate. Okay? 7 of Pentacles. He's already got it here in his headspace. She's got it here in her headspace, and now it's in his heart. 7 of Pentacles. He knows that all things will happen in divine timing. He knows that things are not ready yet. There's an incubation period. What about the 7 of Pentacles? Ace of Pentacles. He knows that they're not quite ready for that ace yet. That's what he's processing. That's what he's trying to rebirth. That's what he's trying to get the strength to move forward to. And then there's this Page of Wands. There's this desire to communicate. There is, absolutely, but he's really being thoughtful about it. Knight of Pentacles. He's not just going to rush in like a Casanova. He wants to be honorable. He wants to be thoughtful. He wants success. The Sun. What about the Sun? Queen of Swords. This is our divine feminine. Divine feminine. Here's Queen of Swords, overall energy, and here in her own overall energy. He wants success with his Queen of Swords this time. He's not trying to do the same old here. No, he wants success with her. He wants to move the wheel with her. Remember, it already came up here, and it's come up in his headspace, and now in his heart. He wants to move towards his destiny. What is his destiny? This contract, Hierophant again. The Hierophant, guys, I hate to keep referring back to this, but remember the Queen of Swords is the Queen of Pentacles. Hierophant, Queen of Pentacles, who is the Queen of Swords. So he just knows that there is a spiritual connection here. He knows with this wheel in his overall energy, with her waiting, he knows that she is his destiny. We get the wheel here again in his headspace where he wants to move towards her. Eight of Cups wants to move towards his feminine. He wants to move towards her. He wants to create with her. He knows that there's a spiritual contract with her. He knows that. So what happens after the moon? He finishes his work. Eight of Pentacles. Self-mastery. What about it? High Priestess. This I really feel like is an energy. Remember, we got the Hierophant here at the bottom of the deck. And so this is him now, kind of like matching, going within. He did his hard work. Went into his intuition, into his heart space to master himself. So he can reciprocate King of Cups, Six of Pentacles to that High Priestess, she is showing up as in her headspace. It's all he wants is his feminine. You wouldn't know it based on the inaction at this time, but remember, feminines, great success in this pause. So now, what's happening in her heart space? The Magician, Awareness card, and Archangel Metatron. So she knows, she's aware, she knows that she wants to manifest. She knows that. She is a powerful manifester herself. What does this Archangel Metatron card have to do with? Clarity of thought, personal vision, her third eye. Look at this. Look at how in her heart she has this great understanding with her crown and her third eye. She's not confused anymore. Remember, that is the cycle that she's ending with this World card. World, Seven of Cups. She's no longer going to be confused. Successful completion, moving towards her destiny, which is this contract. Right? Hierophant. She's doing the work. Those are all the things that she's working towards. In her heart space, she is aware. She has an understanding. She is an intuitive. So let's drill down deeper into her heart space. What's going on when she feels for her masculine? What else is happening other than her manifestation and her understanding? There's a lot going on in her heart space. She's at a crossroads, Two of Wands. She's at a crossroads. She's making decisions about King of Swords, which is him, a match to the Queen of Swords. What about the King of Swords? King of Pentacles, which is a match to the Queen of Pentacles. What about this man? What about this man who needs to be stable and honest, which is what she wants? Four of Cups. She's just not open to it right now. She's not. She's still in a period of healing. She's like, you know what? We keep doing the same dance over and over again. Four of Cups is like missed opportunity. Four of Cups is regrets. Four of Cups is like, man, we've tried this 1, 2, 3 times. 1, 2, 3 months, 3 years, who knows, right? We've tried this so many times. You know, was he stable? Not quite. Was he honest? Not really. And so she's just like, you know, here we are. Missed it again. And that's where she's kind of teetering. That's what creates this Nine of Swords in her headspace, is this indecision around him. Okay? Ten of Cups is in her heart space. She's wanting this emotional bliss. She just wants to be happy. She wants to create. She wants to have a family. She wants partnership. She wants companionship in whichever way it makes sense for all of you. But Ten of Cups is emotional bliss. That's what she wants. And the moon, it's hidden from her right now. It's in the moon's energy. What's hidden? This offer, Page of Pentacles. She just doesn't see it coming. She doesn't know it's going to come. She doesn't know it. Remember, he's got the Ace. That's for him to give. Page of Pentacles here for her to receive. Right? So she's just like, this is all hidden. I'm at a crossroads. Can't manifest this. I need to manifest things for myself. Right? I want this happiness, but it's just all, it's all hidden from me. It's all an illusion. I just can't see it at this time. So Queen of Wands. This is Queen of Wands. Remember, Queen of Wands is here. Clarified the Queen of Pentacles. Who's the Queen of Pentacles? The Queen of Swords. Who's the Queen of Swords? Divine Feminine. Queen of Wands. So she goes into this energy of fire, fierce, creative, passionate, okay? Independent, successful energy, fire energy. She lit up. She's rising. Death. This is her rebirthing herself into some fierce, powerful being, into success, because the Tower shook her. It did. It was the final shake that she needed to come into her confidence, to come into her self-worth, to come into her independence, into her stability. She is Queen of Wands. That is the depth of the fire energy of her being maybe like with or without you. She's just kind of like, I'm done with all that with or without you crap. I'm good. I am Queen of Wands. I am Empress. I am High Priestess. And I'm going to rise into the success, the Sun card, because of this tower, because of this shakeup. Remember, the Sun just came out with this Queen of Swords in his space with the wheel. He wants positivity and success with her. And she's just like, I just want to rebirth myself into a better, successful place, because the tower came down on our connection. This emotional bliss is hidden from me. I don't know if we're going to be able to manifest this anymore. And so the final card, Three of Cups. Three of Cups is a card of reunions, celebrations coming together, coupled with the Hierophant. This is about wanting to come together in union into the spiritual contract, but it needs to be healed. Temperance card. It's a not now. We're not ready. Temperance takes time. There's healing that's required. I said, what about Temperance? Three of Cups again. So we need to heal from the third party situations. We need to heal from our pain. We need to heal from our wounds before we can come together. So I said, what about it? The moon. What happens after the moon? The moon. The moon clears up any illusions. What about the moon? The moon shows us why the tower was there. What about it? And now we engage. Two of Swords. Remember, this guy got Two of Swords. The masculine got Two of Swords as a stalemate. Okay? Remember that. Two of Swords came up here in the overall energy where he's not engaging with the feminine on the karmic justice yet. Okay? Two of Swords. Did it come out again? Oh yeah, and then Two of Swords came out as the main theme for his heart space. Well, what happens here after the moon? He engages. That's why I'm saying I feel like the Six of Pentacles energy, I feel like he's gonna want to be prepared for not battle, but he knows it's not going to be like, oh, welcome back, masculine. It's not going to be that. It's not going to be that. So I feel like that's what's going to happen after the moon. There is going to be a exchange between the two verbally. Okay. So I feel like that's what's going to happen after the moon. He's finding his strength to do that, his inner strength to do that. He's trying to rebirth himself to do that. And after the moon, she gets her answers about why this tower occurred. Remember, the moon is hidden energy, and we got the moon here. Like my Ten of Cups is hidden. This offer is hidden. Now everything's coming to light about why this tower happened, and we engage in that. So I feel like she's going to get some answers. What's happening in the environment of the divine masculine? Partnerships and alliances, Three of Pentacles, and Angel of Balance. This is really about making honorable choices. Okay, partnerships and alliances, that's like, working together with like-minded people, working together with your vibrational matches. And this is about self-honoring choices, being centered, making good choices. This is what he's doing. He's working on not numbing himself anymore, aligning himself with vibrational matches. If you guys watched my live the other day, I talked about that. That was part of the guidance. He's going through a death and rebirth at this time. And his major lesson is about vibrating to people that are his match. Okay, that is a lesson he has learned through this whole tower situation. And now in his environment, partnerships and alliances and self-honoring choices. And so what is further happening in his environment as we look at divine masculine? Magician wants to manifest. Okay, what does he want to manifest? Something with the High Priestess. What about the manifestation with the High Priestess? Chariot. He wants to move forward. He wants to move towards his High Priestess. There's this desire for a new beginning, the Fool's card, but it comes out with the World. He does feel like because of this waiting game, maybe his opportunity has passed him. Maybe we're not going to be able to have a new beginning anymore. And that becomes his stress. Nine of Swords. What's the stress about? Eight of Pentacles. He's working hard on himself. In his environment, he's working hard on his heartbreak through that third party situation that he's kind of still stuck in. Four of Pentacles. Okay, he's stuck in either the energy of it as he's still working on himself, working through himself. I don't feel like she's significant enough to show up at this time. She hasn't shown her face at all through the third party or karmic. So the stress is for him that, I may have missed my opportunity with my feminine as I've been working on myself, as I've been working through this heartbreak, as I've been working through this betrayal. Okay, as I've been stuck in my stubborn energy. And the Six of Pentacles, this reciprocity, Two of Swords, it's at a stalemate. Remember, we just got the Two of Swords here in the after moon energy. So that is kind of like his fire under his butt, right? Like, did I miss my chance? So what happens after the moon? The sun, success. There will be success in his environment. Six of Swords. There's going to be a movement out of the rough waters with his feminine. I really see. Remember, he got the Five of Swords here. He wants to come out of separation, and in his environment, he's working towards success and moving towards a peaceful resolution with his divine feminine. Six of Swords. But it comes with this, like, there's going to be some rough communication. So what's happening in her environment? Spiritual union, door to spirit. So, she's like, she knows that they have been mirrors for each other. She knows that, he's been there. He's been her mirror, that, they're helping each other through this very, very challenging time. And then with door to spirit, she knows that this is, that what's happening between them is going to lead to a new beginning, is going to lead to a spiritual awakening, okay? And that the universe is helping guide them. That's why she's Empress High Priestess. She knows. She knows that, there is a greater understanding. There's a greater method to what feels like madness with this moon's energy. It does feel maddening. It does feel a little lunatic, right? It just like, really? Like, are you kidding me? Like, we're still doing this kind of crap? Like, it feels a little crazy. But she knows that there's a method to this. There's divine order. There's divine timing to this. So what else is happening in her environment? Death. Right? There is a major death that is occurring in her environment. There's a transformation. There's an ending and a rebirth around this delay of communication. I feel like there's an end to the delay of communication, and perhaps even any movement forward. Okay, so that's what she's processing. She's like, I got to release this. I've got to release this energy of, being in a place where I'm waiting for him to come forward. She's got to end that. She's got to rebirth and rise into her own positivity, into her own success. In her environment, Six of Swords, just like him. She's wanting to move into smoother waters, but what is she transitioning to? Nine of Pentacles. She's just like, I got to be confident again. This is her being alone, being single, being confident, being in her confidence. There's this desire for communication, Page of Wands, but it's not happening. It's at a crossroads. What about it? Hermit. They're both in hermit mode. She's in hermit mode, another number 9. And then finally, Seven of Swords. Deceit, sabotage, thievery. So what about the Seven of Swords? The devil. That's what she's stuck in. That's what she's obsessing about. That's what she's trying to get her strength over. So what about the Seven of Swords, the devil? And we got Seven of Swords. Again, heavy, heavy energy. She's going through the final process of it. That's why we got Temperance in here. Before you all can come together, it really has to get healed. And what's the Seven of Swords about? Six of Cups. It's past memories, past. It's the past, the deception of the past, the constant ego strokes of the past that the masculine was needing or having outside of himself that has sabotaged the connection. That is her source of stress. This devil came out in her headspace, and now it's in her environment with this deceit. And that is why in this Empress energy, she's having a hard time grounding, getting in her strength, because that is what continues to make her anxious. Is just like, how could you betray me? How could you deceive me the way that you did? What happens after the moon? Ace of Wands, opportunity for a new beginning with what or who? King of Swords. Guys, I really feel like he's going to come forward as the King of Cups, King of Swords. We got King of Cups here in the headspace, King of Swords with the new beginning. I feel like there's some answers coming. I really do. I really do. I'm not saying right smack dab January 12th when the full moon's over is when it's going to happen. I'm just saying the energy is there right now for it to occur. Okay? As you all know, energy changes all the time. But that's what I'm picking up on today. That is what is heavy in the mindset of the masculine and the feminine today. So, connective energy, their current connection, the World card, and Seven of Cups. What are they completing? They're done with the illusion. They're done with all the options. They're done with their poor choices. They're done with the lack of clarity. They are completing this World, Seven of Cups. Where did we get World, Seven of Cups? Here. world, 7 of Cups, in her overall energy. She's like, I'm done being confused. I'm done. I'm done. You're not going to choose me. I choose me. I choose me all day, every day. Shit, this Divine Feminine should be choosing herself, okay? She absolutely should be. So now let's go ahead and go into the current connection. What is happening in their connection? Princess of Cups, this is the Page of Cups. This is that offer. This is that perhaps maybe even apology, small gesture, 10 of Swords. It's not coming yet, okay? It's not there. But that's what the stress is, 9 of Swords. So there's this offer of apology towards this painful ending, but that's the stress. How to come forward to this Queen of Swords. She's in the Queen of Swords energy. What's the Queen of Swords about? 2 of Wands, like indecision, Magician. So the energy here is, so far, there's this offer of apology over this painful ending, and that is the stress. That is the stress. That's what he's waiting to do. That's what she's waiting for. But she's in her Queen of Swords energy, and that's why there's the stress there for him. It's like, how do I approach her into the Queen of Swords energy? Because she's in this decision-making point. She's not really sure what she wants to manifest yet. Remember, 2 of Wands and Magician came out in her heart space. She's at a crossroads here about this. About this, what is this? New beginning, the Fool. What about the Fool? 3 of Cups, which is this reunion. 6 of Pentacles, which is this equal exchange, right? There's this energy there of wanting to come together, having this equal exchange. Remember, 6 of Pentacles came out in her head space. 3 of Cups came out for her in her heart space. She's in an indecision about this union, reunion. There are wishes, 9 of Cups here in this connection that are a huge burden at this time, 10 of Wands. And we want to move away from these burdens, 6 of Swords. Sometimes this personal wish, which is each other, is a little bit of a burden right now. Too heavy of a burden to lift alone because they're not working together. King of Coins, that's our Divine Masculine. What about it? 3 of Wands. Maybe there's an energy of him traveling right now. There's something that is manifesting, something that is happening in the horizon. And what is that? 4 of Cups. Like he's working through this 4 of Cups energy. Where do the 4 of Cups come out? In his headspace with the 3 of Cups, which has him in the Hermit's energy, okay? And so that's an energy of, you know, he's like, yeah, I have regrets over this third party energy, and now I'm by myself. And so now, while he is wherever or whatever he's thinking about when he's looking to manifest, he's looking at his pattern of behavior, he's looking at the missed opportunity. And so now there is some hard work that is happening in the connection. 8 of Pentacles, right? What's the hard work? Healing. Healing is hard work, absolutely. What else are they working on? The Devil, getting themselves released from this repetitive pattern, from this repetitive energy of being stuck. That's what they're working on right now. All right. I hope this reading helped you. I really do. I hope this was illuminating. I hope that this resonated and it gave you some clarity, maybe some peace. And if you want to book your own personal session with me, if you want to book your own personal reading or coaching session, go directly to queenoflight1111.com. If you want to book a healing with me, go to queenoflight1111.com, read the description, and serious clients only. If you're serious about moving forward with the healing, then and only then send me a picture. I will do the energy read, and then I will let you know if I can work with you. And at that point, you'll have 24 hours to book the session. Okay, if you're not following me on Instagram, please follow me there, Queen of Light 1111. Have a wonderful weekend. Full moon blessings to all of you. Bye, everybody.